So I'm here to give you an update on my weight and an update on my measurements. So above, I am at 31.5. Still at a 13. I am 7. So 37 is the FUPA. Right thigh is 24. Is 24.5 or a quarter, somewhere. Is a 37. Good morning, happy Easter to everyone. Happy Resurrection Day. All right, so girl, it is month 1 on my 75 soft challenge. Now, if you have not been following me, girl, this has been a ride, this has been a journey, but I am here to give you an update on my weight. So let's talk a little bit about my measurement. Dang, why does this do that? All right, so let's talk a little bit about my measurements, okay? So so far my total measurements is 2 inches lost, and my total weight for the whole entire month is 3 pounds. So I went from 174 to 171 as of this morning, okay? And also I went from a size 12 to a size 10. I was already kind of coming out of my size 12s, but I was still able to fit them. And when I tried on a size 10 last week, I was able to fit them just fine. I am grateful that I was able to lose, you know, those 2 inches, 3 pounds. But I am a little sad, just a tiny bit, that I did not put forth the effort in like doing more resistance training. I have been doing, like, I wouldn't say the bare minimum, because walking is still good. So don't ever discredit walking. I always get my 45 minutes walk in the office. I have already told you guys that. I have not been consistent with doing additional workouts at home for as like resistance training. I've done Pilates maybe once or twice out of the week. I did Tracy Anderson this week. That was like my only one additional workout that I did this week total. That was it. You see me get on the treadmill, whatnot, but again, it has not been consistent. I was basically doing this all willy-nilly. So there was no rhyme or reason. I didn't even have like a schedule so that I can say, okay, I'm doing 3 days of resistance training, 2 days of cardio. The goal for this second month into the 75 soft challenge is that I am going to be more strategic. So like, for example, so instead of doing 45 minutes every single day, Monday through Friday at the office, the days that I'm going to do resistance training, instead of walking on my 30-minute lunch, I'm going to use that time to relax, chill, read, edit some videos, make some videos, and then when I get home, I will go ahead and do a 30-minute resistance training. That way I'm not feeling overwhelmed, because doing 45 minutes walking at the office and then coming home doing more workouts is like, and I don't want to move, and I just feel overwhelmed, and that's the last thing I want to do. And I also don't want to feel like I am doing 75 hard, okay? So to take it easy on my body, the days that I'm doing resistance training, not do 30-minute walks at work. One of the new things that did happen to me this month, or really this past week, I know some of you might not be following me on my Zepbound weight loss journey. I am back on the weight loss injections. I was on Wegovy last year, and now I am back on Zepbound, okay? So because I am back on Zepbound, I need to eat more protein, and I explained that to the people who watch me over there, but I'll say it here. Being a vegetarian, I was not able to get a lot of my protein, of course, not through animal products, right? So instead, I chose to go back to eating the standard American diet, you know, just for temporary, just so I can get my protein up. I do get that you can get your protein in veggies, like for example, for potatoes, that's like, I think 7 grams of protein. But for my body type, I am an endomorph. So eating a high protein, low carb works best for my body type. I store a lot of my fat in my abdomen and my thighs. That's where all of my fat rests at. So eating high amounts of carbs is not good for my body. So, you know, I have to kind of give and sacrifice a little bit just to get what I want until I get to that maintenance phase where I am at my ideal weight. I have the right body composition that I am satisfied with. My BMI is good, and I'm able to go back to, you know, just doing the basics, like whatever it is that I want to do, which is vegetarian or be a plant-based eater at that point. So I just wanted to share that with you because you will see me eating meat. So just in case you're like, wait a minute, girl, I thought you was a vegetarian. Well, I changed it up, okay? Just for a little bit. Look at my dress. It's pretty, isn't it? It's pretty. Yes, yes. Another thing, when I mention low carb, I am not speaking of keto. That is not what I'm trying to be on, because that right there stresses me out. So keto is not a part of my game plan. However, you know, just minimizing my carb intake. So when I talked about high carb, I was used to eating like 300 grams of carbs. Eating that much, I know, bloats me and my hips spread. So eating around 200 puts me at a fair maintenance phase where I was able to sustain, you know, 174, 176 on any given day. But I know when I eat less than 200 carbs, 150 or less, or 100 grams or 80 grams of carbs, I tend to be at my leanest. So that is what I'm going to stick with. As far as like my resistance training, I do want to backtrack just a little bit. I am not going to be doing those compound movements, lifting heavy weights, because that's something that I don't like to do. And when you're working out, you have to do something that you like to do and that you are consistent with. But you also want to challenge yourself. So doing body weight workouts, working out with 3-pound weights, 5-pound weights. You don't have to lift extremely heavy in order to tone your body, okay? So as long as whatever you're doing, as long as you're consistent with it, then that's good. I also have booty bands. I have resistance cables. So all of this is at home, so I don't have to go to the gym to do my workouts. All right, so I hope everyone got something out of my video. It's not a whole lot, but it's a good achievement for me. Now that I have reassessed what I did for this month thus far, now I can walk into my second month with some new goals and changes, and hopefully I am able to, you know, shrink some of this fat and, you know, get shredded for the summer, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye, gorgeous.